Hey, Stewart's Chapel, Don Pierson here, and Don Counts, and this is Tuesday's devotion. And I'm going to talk to you in the story-wise about one of my favorite persons who I am waiting to see when I get to heaven. A man called Randall. Randall was my uncle. Proverbs 17, verse 22. Proverbs 17, verse 22. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bone. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bone. Dries the bone. Someone has says that I've heard there's all kinds of saying about laughter and joy and how it's like medicine. The scripture does declare that a merry heart, laughter, joy is like medicine, but a broken spirit dries it up. I have tons of memories about my Uncle Randall. But the primary memory of my uncle, well, they're all the same pretty much. He was always laughing. I don't remember ever seeing him depressed but he loved to laugh. And he would make me laugh. He seemed to always have reasons. He was extremely accident prone, and you took your life into your own hands whenever you worked with him. When I was 18, he and I were running a woven wire fence. We had already put in the wooden posts and the steel posts down, and there was this dip, this valley. And the task was to get the woven wire stretched tight all the way down. We had done it on both on the back side, and we were coming up and working on that valley. And right in the center of the valley, we had 3 wooden fences, one in the center and 2 on the side. And so my uncle is stretching the fence with a tractor, which, I've done. Probably not the best way, definitely not the safest way to stretch a woven wire fence, but that's what we were doing. Now, whatever my uncle told me, I did. Even though I knew he was accident prone, I enjoyed working with him, and I do whatever he told me to do. And so we're stretching it. My job was in the valley. He wanted me to get up on that fence, that woven wire, stand up on it, and be the weight. Now, I was just a little bitty thing, much smaller than I am now. Probably didn't weigh no more than 145 pounds. He was going to let up on the pressure of the tractor, let me get up on the fence, and then he was going to pull it back, and my job was to hold it down in that middle of that valley where the wooden post was, and to get at least 1 or 2 nails in that wooden post before I let go or before I got off the fence. Well, it was working real good. I've got that fence stretched down. I got 1 or 2 nails in that fence post, and we're pretty good, and I'm about ready to get off that fence when all of a sudden that wooden fence post releases right out of the ground. It's 2 foot in the ground. It's already sealed in. It's been there for days. But all of a sudden, like it had been shot out of a crossbow or a bow, that post comes straight up. Now, it's still nailed to the fence. I'm still standing on the fence. It shoots out of there from the tension of that tractor. I go flying. I can't hold on to that fence. I go flying shot like an arrow, and I come back and hit the ground. And I look over there. I don't even have time to feel the pain. I look over on that tractor, and my uncle is barrel laughing. I mean, he's just rolling. He's not even thinking about whether I'm hurt or anything. He's just laughing. And to this day, I can see him looking back and watching me go up in the air. And it had to be a funny sight. There were so many times like that. We were fishing one time, and we were bass fishing. And I'm not a real good fisherman. There was me, my cousin, and my uncle. My uncle was running the motor. My cousin's up in the front of the boat, and I'm in the middle. That's not the place you want to put me when I'm fishing. We're bass fishing. I got a big old rattle trap, a little bait that has a bunch of treble hooks on it, and I'm casting, and I go like this, and all of a sudden, it doesn't want to go anywhere. And I jerk it again, and I jerk it again, and each time I jerk, I hear, Well, I had hooked that treble hook in the back of my uncle, and instead of yelling or screaming, which was not his norm, all he would do was grunt. Finally, my cousin on the front of the boat was just dying laughing, and I realized I just hooked my uncle, and I probably gave him 3 good jerks of that hook. We got the hook out. Another time we were goose hunting. Now, I told you he's accident prone. We're goose hunting, and we're a line of family. I mean, we're scattered out down along this creek for probably 1.5 miles in different blinds. My cousin up above, the geese would fly straight down that creek. My cousin up above had shot a goose, but it didn't kill it. He had shot it, and it's on its way dying. Well, my uncle is probably 50 to 60 yards down. He's watching the geese come. He's got his gun up on the geese, and of course the goose that my cousin had shot, he hit it, and it's dying. And he's up there, my uncle's ready to shoot one of the other geese, and all of a sudden that goose that my cousin shot begins to fall. It hits the end of the barrel of my uncle, bounces off the barrel, hits my uncle in the head, knocks him down, knocks him out. We literally had to carry him out to go to the hospital because of a concussion that he got from a goose. Look, I can go on and on and on. I miss my uncle. I miss that kind of laughter, that joy, that anytime you're around him, you knew that before the day was over, you were going to have a really good laugh. There's not a lot of laughter like that today anymore. I try to bring it in my life. Life gets heavy. Seems to fill us up. Things and the running around and responsibilities, name it. Let me read that passage again. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bone. You know what? One of my favorite movies is Home Alone. My family will tell you that when I watch Home Alone, and I've watched it, it don't matter how many times, I will sit and I will barrel laugh as I watch Home Alone. Dennis the Menace movie, the same way. I watch it and I'll barrel laugh. Maybe I just need to find a rerun of Home Alone or Dennis the Menace. What is it that brings you joy? Do you even know joy anymore? When was the last time you laughed? Being merry is good like medicine. Love you.